rear shocks. Now, we know these are the original 570 shocks. Now, if we look, they're remarkably close. Very, very close indeed. If you look, you obviously get an infinitesimal amount of preload, so you can adjust these. These are turned pretty far up. I mean, I wouldn't want to turn them down any more than this. Rear shock, eyelet there, eyelet there. Now, one thing that's abundantly clear, these are sexy. These are some sexy looking shocks. Now, they're the Evolution series, podium. They don't have really any other adjustments other than preload. I mean, they're a pretty basic shock. These are caveman shocks, though. These are like cheapest, basic, gas-filled crap, or I'm sorry, oil-filled shocks. I don't quite know all the technology behind these, but I can tell you that is a much thinner spring than that. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to see, but I can tell they're a lot thinner by a good bit. If I had my slide caliper, I'd be able to tell you, but I don't have my slide caliper. So, you know, you would have to have the special spanner tool in which so you could adjust these, and fancy dancy whatnot. But one thing that has become very clear looking at this, you've got a little slidey bushing in here. Now, what does that mean? That means you're not bound by the restrictions of a rubber boot. This is going to slide in and out very well. It doesn't really seem like it's got a greasable thing or nothing, but I mean, that's very nice. I like that a lot. I don't know. I wish it was a little bit longer because these kind of seem to protrude out a little bit more, and they're not all centered until kind of offset, and that really doesn't have a direction in which it goes. They're just cheaply put together. Like you can see, the bushing is pushed in a lot here and pushed out a lot there. I mean, they're assembled very quickly. They're not Fox, they're not Elkas, they're not a high quality shock. They're just, let's get something on there so it holds itself up kind of shock. So you can see this has got a very big, thick single retainer, and these typically have two. You've got a smaller one in here and then a bigger one out here, and you can put one on this way and then one on the other way. That way, you know, it strengthens it up. Those are really thin. There's not really an advantage to either one, but let's look at that. Look at how much shiny shit's in there. Look at all that shiny shit. Look at all that. Where's it at? Where it at? There ain't nothing in there. What the hell? So that's a lot of bullshit. What's that, like 3 inches of suspension travel? Super duper. Either way, that's damn freaking tastic. The rear, very, very, very much the same kind of scenario. You get a little bit more right here. So I mean, just look at that. Look, I mean, that's like, God, that's 2 whole more coil rungs. Almost, that's 2.5. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, look at how, that is just so much more suspension travel. So, I'm pretty sure they're going to fit. It's going to be interesting to see how much better they ride. Hopefully they don't ride too awesome, because if they ride too awesome, his rear diff isn't here yet for his. I'm going to end up ordering another set. I'm going to keep these on mine, and then I'll just put the set that I get onto his, because I'm that kind of friend. Yeah, I'm a good friend. I am. Either way, so, we got it all tore down. It's really nice to have a jack that'll hold the whole four-wheeler up. So let's, oh, by the way, it also comes with these nuts.